Hello, welcome back. It is time to get ready for television, filling in for a Saturday morning, and in terms of a get ready with me story time, how about how I got here? It's a very long story, and I got 40 minutes, so hopefully it doesn't take that long. So I decided I wanted to be a meteorologist when I was 9. We had a TV meteorologist that I always watched with my mom come in and talk to our 3rd grade class. And after that talk, I went home and I said, I'm going to be a meteorologist. And my parents were like, yeah, sure, you're 9. Fair point. But I started buying weather books because I was so obsessed. And went to school for it, obviously, and ended up in TV. Now, I will say my freshman year of college, we had this program that was like our university run news, and I didn't try out. I went to a couple of practices because you had to try out in order to do it. Obviously, they're not going to let anyone on. However, it was in those practices where I was like, you know what? I don't think TV is going to be for me, so I'm not going to do TV. I know you're like, Randy, you're here. I am. So my senior year, after not getting any internships, honestly, I wasn't applying myself enough because I didn't know what I wanted to do, because I went in thinking, I want to do broadcast, and then I don't want to do broadcast. So I reached out to a broadcast station and asked if I could intern, not for college credit or anything like that, but basically like for free, come in and learn. And one station was willing to do that, WTAP in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And my senior year, I would go in the morning at like 3 a.m. Granted, it was a spry 22. That was never an issue. When people were like coming home from the bars, I was going to West Virginia to intern. So I did that on and off with the meteorologist there pretty much all my senior year. I would do mornings, some weekends, and yeah, it wasn't that bad, especially because senior year I actually was only taking 2 classes first semester because I came in with so many credits, and they only offered like these classes because our program was so small every other year. So like it was an off year the year I needed it, so I had to come back. Love. They love to get your money. Anyway, I love my program, so it's fine. But because I only had 2 classes spring semester and 1 class fall semester, that kind of allowed me to be able to do that internship. And with TV, you really need to have like a reel showcasing like your skills if you want to be hired. And yeah, that station let me do that. However, I will say, I am so surprised that I got hired. I have all of my old videos like from that internship. I don't know if you'd be interested in seeing it, but I do. Maybe I'll throw in a clip. Just don't judge. I was really bad.
And quiet, so it would be good to get out and enjoy that. Maybe stargaze if you were like, tomorrow sunny and warm. However, don't get your hopes up too much, because at the end of this work week there are still some chances of rain.
I know it. My husband reminds me all the time about how bad I was and that he thought I wasn't gonna make it. My parents admitted after the first time I was on TV that they thought, oh, she's coming back. They're gonna fire her. She sucks. own parents. Anyway, they never told me that until after, years after, where they're like, but you're good now. Like I said, my parents thought the first time I was on TV, I'd be fired. And you're probably wondering, where was that, Randy? Well, I was lucky enough and blessed enough to have an executive producer and a news director take a chance on me. And I mean a chance. I was on probation for 6 months because I was so green and like so scared of the camera. So I was on probation because they were like, we're trying to give you a chance, girl. And I figured it out eventually. I would come in and I would practice on my off time just to like get reps. But they took a chance on me, and after 9 months, I got promoted to morning met. And I loved morning meteorology. But not as much as I love that EP and news director that I had. Now this station was in Medford, Oregon. So I was quite a ways away from my family. But I was 22 and I didn't really have anything holding me back, so I said, this is a once in a lifetime thing, I'm gonna do it. So 3 weeks after I graduated, I packed up my car and moved out to Oregon for $12.50 an hour. Can you believe that? And out west was having a rental crisis, probably still is, and therefore I had to rent a bedroom from a lady and her 15-year-old son because I couldn't afford to live in an apartment getting paid that, obviously. I met my husband at that station. He was a technical director, so he's the one that gets everything, all the videos up and like switches cameras and all that stuff from the booth. He has since left television as well. But yeah, that was my first station, and we were there for a little over 2.5 years. Now that station technically doesn't exist anymore because they took it offline. They had cuts, and that station was literally cut from the plan. So that's kind of sad to think about. Like, if we ever wanted to go back, we'll show our daughter like the shell of the station, but we'll never be able to visit and show her where mom and dad met, kind of thing, you know? So after Medford, we moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan. We got there in August 2018, as I mentioned. I loved summers in Michigan, and that's all I can say. The people are great too, of course. It's just the winters were atrocious. And then I did have quite an experience with that news director. He's no longer with the company and he's never allowed to be again. That was truly like my first experience with HR as well in a business. This news director just, you know, those bosses that like find someone to pick on, and like whatever is going wrong in their life or that day, they take it out on that person. Ding, ding, ding. I was that person. Everyone saw it. People even like went to HR for me over some of the things I experienced, but luckily it worked out to where I could leave after 18 months. And that move took me here to Dayton. Now I was working for a different station, and yeah, I was actually at that station my longest, about 2.5 years. I started in April 2020 when the world shut down, quite literally, and left June 2022 for outside of TV job. For a job outside of the industry. But I will say I had, I think, most fun working at that station here in Dayton. Just because I had a great weather team. I went to college with the morning meteorologist, so we already knew each other. And then the morning crew was just so great. Like, there was never anyone that could compare. And I worked on a lot of morning shows, but they were the best. But it got to the point where, I've told you this in a video of why I'll never go back. It's on my page, but the schedule and the stress was just not good for me. So we left, and freelancing is just such a better balance. But yeah, I'm almost done with my hair, and then we'll beat my face and hopefully get out there on time. I will say freelancing, I feel like, especially after having a baby, it's not like I wasn't feeling myself, but like, moms know this. After having a baby changes you, and I kind of feel like the freelancing has given me that me piece again. I don't know how to explain it. Probably just sound crazy and delulu because I'm tired. First things first. I love these. Especially for the bags my daughter causes. I got 22 minutes until showtime. Okay. I am using the Sweet Oasis 35S from Morphe. I gotta beat my face and then put my hair in. We're using the Camo CC Creme from e.l.f. I love this stuff. Yeah, and I know you're thinking that doesn't work for your skin. Yes, it does. That is my neck tone and my body tone, but I have a lot of redness on my face, okay? This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer 16 Hour. Okay, let's go put my hair in. minutes to get mic'd up. Oh my gosh. Every time, guys. We did the 6 to 7. Did some web recordings. I'm gonna go eat a snack. And then we do it all again at 8. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.